Matt Magaw here with the 330 to Go High School Football Show. I have the pleasure of having Coach Kromalic from Copley. How are you doing this evening, Coach?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I'm great tonight. Yeah, no, it's been a great week so far, and we're excited about Friday night. And we're excited to have you guys out there.
Well, I see that I caught you at home. I appreciate that. I know you've been super busy getting ready. You guys have Revere coming in Friday night. We put it out to the fans. The fans voted. The Copley fan base definitely showed up, and especially with Revere's as well. We had a high super turnout of votes for you guys. So happy to have you guys as our game of the week. Coach, week 9, you're here. Long season, up, downs, injuries. The message at the beginning of the year, I'm sure, has changed to where you're at now. So what's your message right now that you're telling your players as they're getting ready for this week 9 rivalry?
Yeah, it's funny, like, to start off the year, and I was talking to Michael Beaven about it like last week. Like, we just wanted to keep getting better each week. We knew that we were going to be a young football team coming into the season, and we knew that, like, a lot of part of this is part of our rebuilding process and setting a culture, and getting the groundwork laid. So, we keep telling people, especially our kids, like the expectation was to continue to get better. Now our expectation is to win football games. We have a lot of sophomores that are starting, some freshmen that have contributed. You guys are no longer sophomores anymore as you're juniors, right? We expect some big things out of you. So we're excited to see how they continue to react Friday night.
How difficult has that been, kind of having that youth movement per se of challenging those kids, because they're coming out of 8th grade freshman year, they're 14, 15 years old, and it's a lot, because football comes at you fast. So when you guys kind of talked about what you're doing, laying that foundation, what are some of those foundation pieces that you're kind of building your program on?
Yeah, a big piece of it has actually just been like simple things like showing up on time, taking care of the little things around the school building, being great students in the classroom, as well as being great teammates to one another. Holding one another accountable is a big piece. Our accountabilities, I think one of the biggest things that we've really seen the tide shift, for our football team with some of our kids, and they've really been able to step up. I think we've had some leaders, develop even throughout the season that I probably wouldn't have said week 1 are leaders. Now really have been great leaders for us, So those have been really great things that we've seen from them, as well as some of our young kids are really making some big time plays right now and leading our football team in a lot of different stat categories. So it's been fun to watch them blossom and learn, throughout this entire football season.
Well, there's no doubt you guys have had a couple of outputs the last few weeks, putting up points and stuff like that, trying to piece it together and get those stops on defense and kind of clean up those things. But like you said, a lot of it is just those youth movement mistakes. And what I mean by that is just they're young. You have to have reps and that experience and stuff like that. So as you're getting ready for Revere, and Revere has the ability to put up some points in their wins this season, 38 points. What are you looking out of from your defense to be able to slow that Minutemen rushing attack, essentially, that they're going to have from Coach Nickel?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell they want to establish a run, especially in the games that they've won this year. They've done a great job of that. Their running back has just been a workhorse for them. And a lot of their, they're up front, they're strong, and they want to physically pound you, So, that's a big challenge for our young kids, and they're really excited about it. Like, you have to be physically dominant in this football game. They have to feel your presence, especially on defense. So, just challenging them day after day. Like, we've had to have a great week of practice, great practices all week. And the kids have done a great job being physical in practice. So now it's time to see it, come alive on a Friday night.
Translate over. So as you're getting ready for Friday night, Coach, what are some maybe odd superstitions that you have as a coach, maybe even from your playing days? Was there anything that ever hit you back in the day where maybe it was the sock thing, or maybe it was the girdle?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Well, yeah, especially as my coaches and I talk about that, like, I'm not the biggest baseball guy, but there's certain ways you do things throughout the day, or what you're wearing, or how you do your hair, or do you go cap or no cap? I think I've done just about everything this entire season, right? I mean, you try everything. I think I've moved to a quarter zip guy with no hat on, so that's kind of where I'm sitting at right now. So you'll see me there. I think I have one stain on one of my khaki pants. You know what I mean? I just keep rocking with. So those are probably the thing that I keep going on with.
Hey, I like it. Hey, as long as you got the head of hair, pull off the no cap. You could be like me. There's a reason I wear a hat. I'm hiding the dome underneath. So, Coach, what would you tell to your Copley fan base, the Copley faithful that show up week in, week out, cheer on these student athletes? What are you telling them, and what are you telling the future of your program? And I'll leave you with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, one, the people that consistently keep coming to our football games, it's an unbelievable fan base. Our kids continue to see it, each Friday, and they keep being blown away by the people coming out and supporting them, and how excited they really are about Copley football, and really how excited our kids are to go out there and play football, and it's fun. We've seen the progress throughout a season, what I mean, of our football team. I was telling some people earlier, today, you look like a 1-6 football team, and really you don't see a team that keeps getting better every week, and that's kind of what we've been doing. Our kids have consistently gotten better. I had some guys reach out to me and they're like, how many kids on your football team have quit? I haven't had any. The kids are really bought in. They understand the process, and they want to be a part of something bigger, what I mean, than maybe some of the things that have happened here in the past, so they're excited to build for the future here.
I'm not gonna lie. You saying that, if I could show you, there's true goosebumps, and that is no lie. I love that, because I think that's the big picture of coaches. Obviously you're there for the wins, the losses come, but it's building that that student athlete up into a person that in 4 years they're going to be a good father, husband, brother, all the above. So kudos to you, Coach. Love hearing that. Excited to see how Friday night goes. And obviously, as you guys finish up in the season, we wish you nothing but the best moving forward. And we thank you so much for taking time out to be able to, chop it up for a few minutes with me. So I really appreciate it, Coach. And nothing but the best wishes with this Friday night.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys. Have a good night.
You have a good night. Take care, Coach.